You want to keep the national focus going, though, and turn your attention to Wisconsin, because that proposal to limit collective bargaining for most government workers is about to become law. Both houses of the legislature have passed it. Governor Scott Walker says he's going to sign it as soon as he legally can. Joining us now is Bloomberg's Timothy Jones. He has been covering the story from Madison. Tim, thanks so much for joining us this morning. So this bill's passage basically ends a 3-week stalemate, a lot of drama. We saw Democratic members leaving the state, so the vote couldn't go through. But the key takeaway here, right, is that the ability of unions will be blocked, right, to bargain over pensions and health care. What are the implications?
Well, I think the most serious implications are it substantially weakens the financial power of unions, because you can't force employees to be members of unions, and you can't force them to pay union dues. So that means a big political hit for the unions politically going down the road.
So it's eliminating automatic collection of dues by the state, and it's also requiring each public union in the state, right, to get certified year to year. It's like you have to vote every single year if you want to be in a union, right?
Right, and these are public sector unions, which are powerful forces, but we're not talking private sector.
Tim, I have an interesting question. I mean, at least from a non-local point of view, Wisconsin, as far as its state papers go, its state finances, is really not one of the worst in the 50 states. Why do you think that people want to address the power of unions now?
I think it's a Republican legislature. It's a conservative Republican governor. You have a pretty substantial Tea Party element here, and the Republican Party saw an opportunity with its majorities and with its governor to force an issue that the Republicans have been trying to obtain for years. That is, weakening the financial or the political clout of unions.
Tim, we can assume that the unions are not going to go quietly. I've seen some blogs that there are big rallies planned, right, and even some support for campaigns to recall 8 of the Republicans, even some of the Democrats that made that decision. What do you think is going to become of these rallies or come from these rallies? Anything to change politically?
Well, I think the rallies will make a lot of noise, and they'll keep the issue alive. The recalls will be interesting to watch, because Wisconsin is one of those states where it's not that difficult to get someone recalled. And the expectation from political experts in this state is that several Republican senators may well be recalled later this year as a result of this vote. All
right. Well, we'll wait for the headlines from that. Tim Jones, thank you very much, joining us there from Madison, Wisconsin.